Hi and welcome to my new do wiki. The word has completely left my system. It's a do wiki. We're going to call it a do wiki of Planet Coaster. What's the series? That's the word. And today I'm going to be focusing on whatever it is that I'm focusing on. Oh dear, this is not a good start, is it? Entrance, that's the word. As you can see at the moment, I had a brilliant idea. I thought that it'd be really good because I'd sort of text. I thought that I'd be able to make a big ass platform, a little bit like that there on the right, but for some reason, it wasn't happy with me. I don't understand why it wasn't very happy with me. Anyway, so yeah, so I gave up with that and I did it this way instead. I like the way that it all turned out in the end. I think it turned out quite nice. There's a lot of little tricks that I didn't know from the start. I haven't been playing the game for very long, and you're gonna see me fuck it up, basically. I do hope you don't mind swearing. I'm a terrible bastard for it, and I swear an awful fucking lot. But I'm trying my best not to do it that much at the moment as well. And this is very weird. It's very weird watching it play back, trying to think of something to talk about. I have no idea what I'm going to be talking about. So if you don't want to hear me, just press mute. Find some decent music. There's another 40 minutes or so of this to go as well. I also figured out that you can find those little bastards underneath somewhere. I found them the other day. Where did I find the park entrance? I found them somewhere. I just can't remember where they were. Um, but yeah. So this is actually my third attempt to making the video. Yeah, you can see I was struggling a little bit here. I had an idea in my head and I just couldn't think of how to get it to work. And what I'm doing right now, where those bits are at the back, so the plan at this point was to have just have like one building. But it sort of expanded quite a bit. You'll get to see how it ended up at the end. But that's all sort of, that bit's kind of going to stay the same, but it's going to be a little bit wider. There's going to be like a little zone in between. But I've completely forgotten what I was talking about a minute ago. I have no idea. No idea whatsoever. What was it? Oh, I can't remember. I was talking about the tricks that I didn't know that I now do. Oh, yes, this is actually my third attempt at trying to make an overlay. I hope this time it will work properly. I've used about 4 different programs and oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So this time I'm using something called Lightworks. It's taken me absolutely ages to figure out how to use the damn thing. I am using the free version, so hopefully there's not going to be some weird ass watermark on top of the video. I did this bit wrong as well. I'm not sure when I noticed it. Have I already noticed? Yeah, I already noticed. But yeah, so I'm using Lightworks. It is the free version. I don't know if there's going to be a watermark on the top of it, like some free stuff does. There was another one that I was using. It was like File Mora, and it was really good. I really liked it. I should probably just pay for it, but I'm a tight bastard. But yeah, if I just sort of paid for it, I'd probably be alright. But that was quite nice. It was easy to use. I managed to make it work, whereas this Lightworks, oh my god. I read that there was a bit of a learning curve on it. Oh dear, that was an understatement and a half. Like I said, so I had to get the video that you're watching now. I had to do about 3 or 4 times. This I think was about the 4th attempt. After I got it all good, I was happy with it, and then I may have accidentally deleted it by mistake. And because of the way it works, you can't create a save file, which seems very backwards to me, because you get it to somewhere you're happy, oh, quick, save it. But, no, okay, they obviously assume that you know what you're doing. That bit that I just missed out, that's going to give me a little bit of grief for a little while. I was really desperate. I really wanted to use those arches, but I just couldn't get them to fit in somewhere that I like the look of. I'm still not quite too happy with that one single wall where they are either. Just don't like it. I'd like it to be double, but it's a little bit too late for that because I've kind of made the entire thing now, and it's all quite complicated. But you know, never mind. Did I just miss the bit? Yeah, so I've already missed it. So there was a bit where I originally used the like the pointed arches. You may have just seen it. And then I found out you can actually get the curved ones, and I preferred the curved ones, so I put the curved ones in instead. This is about the 4th time I've watched through this as well. I remember doing absolutely every moment of this. I've watched it several times as well. At some point I do miss... Oh no, I'm quite far behind. I should probably watch the video a little bit closer. Just looking around at the moment to see what I've done, see what I like at the moment so far. I'm looking for ideas as well. As you can see that I'm clicking lots of buttons at the bottom going, oh, what's that look like, what's that look like, what's that look like, what's that? When I was building this, I didn't actually have any idea as to what it was going to look like. It was very gun-ho and hope for the best. And see what happens. And like I said earlier, I like the way it turned out. It turned out alright, you know? Yeah. So, still struggling a little bit, trying to decide how far away to make it. I do wish now, I've clicked, that little box in the top left corner, it's annoying me now. I wish I'd gotten rid of it. I know that I pressed the little tick on it so it shouldn't remind me again for later videos. I've already started recording the next one as well. I've started, I'm not going to tell you what it is. You're going to have to watch the video when I finally figure out how to make it. But yeah, you know, just have to wait and see. So still carrying on with that. Somehow, for some reason, that bit there, I needed to double it up on the back, but I'm not sure why. Or was that later? That comes a bit later after I've done this bit. I learned another learning curve here as well. The ones that I'm using, the roof tiles that I'm using at the moment don't have you can't get a curved edge for that part just there. So what I did all of the flat sections because that was the plan. And then any minute now, you're going to see me look at the thing and go, oh, right, okay. And then I'm going to keep pressing Ctrl Z until it's all gone. And then it only works for so long I had to delete it all. Like that. And then I had to do it all over again using the roof tile that actually worked. So yeah, by the way, my name is Bubbles. I'm not sure if I've actually told you that yet. English is my first language. Well, no, actually, English is my second language. Gibberish is my first. So there'll probably be a lot of me going as I look for the correct word. If I'm talking away a little bit like I am at the moment, what generally seems to happen is I'll be talking away, rah, 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 and then my head is 20 paces behind my lips. So the words sort of just come out in a bit of a mingled mess, and then my brain has to have a moment to catch up, and I'm looking for the word going, ooh, what's the word? A little bit like what happened with our Welcome to the New series earlier. It's exactly the same as that, so just bear with us. See, this is the bit where I thought I did the terraform. I terraformed this bit a little bit later. You can see that I wasn't happy with it at the time. I'm still not that happy with it. But just at the bottom of there, you could see where I was trying to find something to fit. I just couldn't find anything to fit because of the way that it all works. So at this point, I was looking at it going, no, it doesn't look right. It needs to be wider. So I thought, oh no, I'll put in some towers. I like this bit. After watching it back, the original plan was to have like these sections a little bit wider. But you'll see in a minute that I end up putting extra, like the towers. So there and there, where I just clicked, it was originally going to make the two sides of the castle walls wider, but I got to it and I sort of had a bit of a brain fart. Was it this side or there? So it was going to be too wide, but it ended up only being one because I had a bit of a brain fart moment, and I thought, oh no, I'll make it into a tower shape like these, and it worked out. I think it worked out okay. I like it. I'm happy with it. There you go. So just put those in. I've now found out how to do that bit quicker because you can copy them. If you highlight them all and press Ctrl D, it'll copy them, and I just wasted all that time. Tut tut tut. Bad Bubbles. Well, I've learned that now, though. You know, not the end of the world. Could be an awful lot more worse. I do hope that this is recording properly. I've sort of switched from the yeah, it is. Right, okay, cool. Yeah, so where am I? Yeah, so there's a point I forget to add the these decorating pieces at some point, but I think it was earlier. I'm not sure. Can't really remember. Yeah, just as you see, this was a bit of a grind at points because obviously it's all the same. Oh, little mistake there. It's all the same. Just placing lots of the same bits here, there, and everywhere. There's bits that I've missed here, but I noticed while recording, so I went back and did them on camera as well for you. Did I do this bit wrong? No, I did that bit all right. What I have thought of now, I missed the end there. I'm not sure how I'm going to cover that up because I did try to cover it up. I don't think I've shown it in the video yet. But the sections of walls are too wide, not wide enough, sorry, and you can't use a narrower like grid selection. So I changed the grid selection to the smallest it would be, and it wasn't enough. I needed it to be less or thinner or wider or whatever. But you know, never mind. Yeah, there you go. That's trying to do that now. And looking at that, no, I don't like that. Oh, I'll do it later. That's generally what I tend to do. I tend to sort of go to something. What about this? Oh no, that doesn't work. Oh, what about this? No, I don't like that either. I'll do it later. A little bit like what I did with the archway above the walking in section for the people earlier. I like how this bit turned out. In a moment, you're going to see me delete a part of wall and look at it and go, yeah, no. And that's just then. Looked at it. So what I did, I deleted it, thinking, oh, this isn't going to look right. So I deleted it, thinking, oh no, I'll sort of make a bit of a slope or something. I deleted it. I realised that there was about that big gap, and was like, nah, I'll do that later. I'll worry about that later. So instead, what I did, I just created a big wall, double checked just then to make sure that it was going to look okay. Made it 3 high from the looks of it. Again, now that I know how to do it, I could have duplicated these. There are sections in the video later that I've had to edit out. It looked like a pause screen to you, but it was actually about 20 minutes of not playing the game to try and figure out how to do what I wanted to try and do. I'll explain that bit a little bit later. So yeah. Oh dear, that was a mistake and a half. Oh dear. As you can see, the game is running at normal pace as well. No, it's not. So I still had the people running around. You might. I think you can see them. I can't quite see them because I'm looking at a very small. I can widen it. I am looking at a smaller screen than you will be. Although I've just figured out how to make it a little bit bigger, so you can already see that lots of people are coming in. On the next episode, there's a point where I'm building away, and I'll just look down, and there's just like loads of people everywhere, and I'm looking, going, but I haven't got any rides yet. So this is where when I first started messing around with trying to get something in there, I thought, what about a set of steps? So I put them in, had a look. No, I don't like them, so I'll take them out. I quite like how I ended up doing the courtyard section, actually. I screwed this bit up as well. I learned, I figured out how to do it later on, but if you look at the sides of the doors, it doesn't look quite right. So a bit like here, I'm looking at it going, oh no, because there's like a big lip there, and then I figure out there. You just saw it then, and then I figure out that if you press X and you can put them in like little sections, you'll see me do it later. I do watch like obviously all the other people that are playing this game. I mostly watch them for a bit of inspiration sometimes. I'll be playing along, I'll be thinking, I want to build something and I want it to look good, but I don't know how to do it. So this is where you're going to see me do it. So what you do, you press the X, press the tick, move it a bit, press the tick, move it a bit, press the tick. And then you can copy it. So you highlight it, delete the bits you don't want, press Ctrl D, copied it, and move it to where you want. So, yeah. Oh, sorry, I had to have that little scratch. So I noticed that this is when I did the terraforming, I think. No, it's not. I thought that's where I did the terraforming, but perhaps not. Okay, right. So at this point, I was looking at, I'm looking at the pathway, thinking I want to make a fence. So I looked through all different sort of things, and eventually I found this, and I thought, in hindsight, I think it would look really good, but I got a bit annoyed with it. I got fed up with trying to do it. I was trying to get the duplicating thing working, and it just didn't work properly, and so I gave up with it. And somehow I decided that perhaps changing the object would make it better, and I think it worked out for the best. I'll use a bit of driftwood in the end. Again, you will get to see me use it. This bit gave me a lot of grief. This was a lot of grief. I probably spent about half hour just doing this bit. As you can see, it's still playing it. Normally, it's just like done. But never mind. So yeah, just moving it around, trying to get it comfortable, and then give up. Next. Where is it? I saw that. Thought, oh, what's that? That looked quite cool. But then I found this instead. Thought, oh yeah, I'll use that instead. That would be quite cool. I've learnt now that to be able to duplicate the stuff, you need to be building as part of a building, and not just as part of the scenery. You'll see me mess around with it in a minute, and then realise what I've done and go, oh dear. Because I was just going to copy it like that, and then move it up there to the right. You can see me trying to do it now, but it wasn't having it. So at that point, that was where I went to YouTube and found out what I'd done wrong. So now I'm looking for a building part, and that's what I found in the end. I get to moving those around later, and I'll have to do the whole process again. Just dink, 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 dink. Oh dear. Tut, tut, tut. At least I know how to do it now, though. So yeah, so you'll see me do this bit. Press the OK button, highlight, move it, plonk it down. So this is what I was going to do originally, just plonk it down. Again, I was having a bit of grief with this. So I copied it, moved it around a little bit. I'm sure that just moved that. No, it's alright. I must have undone it or something. Then copy it, paste, and then I was trying. Then I realised I deleted it all, so I undid that. I was trying to save myself some time here. I'm not sure if it really worked in the end or not. Because I did it that way. What I should have done was just focus on one of the ones in the middle, which I think is what I did eventually, and then copy that to the other side, and then copy that. It would have been a lot easier, but you'll get to see how I did it in the moment anyway. So I liked how I did this bit. This bit seemed to save quite a bit of time, besides the fact where I did it to all of them as opposed to just doing one. That was a stupid idea. I have no idea why I did it that way. But anyway, so yeah, moving it all around, getting it a bit more comfortable. So, but yeah, so anyway, my name's Bubbles. I'm a qualified mechanic. I'm a scuba diving instructor now. And I've just come back from Malta. I've been looking for jobs everywhere. But I don't know what it's like in the rest of the country. There doesn't seem to be anything near me at the moment. I miss the old days. I'm not that old, but the days of just having a bit of paper in the window with staff required written on it. Nowhere seems to do that anymore. It all seems to be like, oh yeah, you got to do it on the internet, you got to do it this way, you got to do it that way, you got to do it this way. So if I stop recording randomly all of a sudden, which you might not know about, and say, oh hi guys, I'm back, it's because I got a phone call about a job, and I got a phone call and I had to do something about it. Which reminds me, I've got to go down to Domino's later, because hopefully I might be a pizza delivery boy. Yay! Delivering pizzas in the middle of December when it's pissing it down with rain. Woo! But yeah, so this is the bit where I realise, you twat, why did you do it that way? This way would have been so much easier. And you can see me do it this way. But, you know, never mind, just a little bit of wasted time. Again, it's a learning curve. So I think I'd learnt it by this point, because you see me just sort of do one bit at a time. Just slowly go through it. I do like how it turned out with the driftwood planks like this. I think it was nice. Later on, we'll be putting lots of what's the word? Trees and stuff. Greenery. That's the word. Green. It's going to be very green. Very, 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 very green. In a bit. Yeah, the video was never supposed to actually be this long. I was looking at it earlier, thinking, oh, maybe I should somehow shorten it down to our 20-minute episode or something, which is what I wanted. But I think because this is the first build, I sort of figured, you know what, make it a little bit longer, and then you'll get to see the finished product at the end of it. The next episode, it's another quite a big build. I can't decide if I'm happy with it or not. That's the problem I've got at the moment. So it might be one built. It might be one video, it might not. I'm not sure. I'm hoping to be able to get a video out every couple of days. It does depend on how long it takes me to not record. It depends how long it starts taking me to actually edit everything, because the recording took me about 4 hours, and it's now taken me 2 days to figure out how to edit the bastard. That's where I did the terraforming. So yeah, I'm not that good at editing yet. It's a very big, steep learning curve, and yeah. So I think I've got a bit of a system going now. About the final time that I've had to edit this video has been better. It took me a lot less time now that I've figured out what I'm doing with it. So perhaps they won't take quite as long. But then obviously I've got to watch the video back and talk while I'm doing it. And see, I like this bit. So I was messing around with different types of plants, thinking, oh, what's going to look good? What's going to look good? So I settled on this. I settled on this to start with. And then there's a point where you see me messing around later with the rose bushes, I think they are. But yeah. Oh, right, so I was talking about editing. What was I talking about? Oh, I don't know. I can't remember. Never mind. But yeah, I'm not sure if I'd been able to do this any quicker if I had done the copy and paste bit again. Thinking it through now. So you get to again. When I was building this bit, I wasn't sure if I liked it, so I zoomed out. Yeah, it looks all right. So I did it. I carried on with it. And then I realised that the trees are gonna need something below them to sort of hide them up a little bit. I did miss a couple of the trees out, but I noticed it earlier. I noticed earlier that I'd missed them. When I first watched the recording back, I thought that I'd done this bit and then decided against it, but apparently not. And then I think I put the white ones, or the purple. No, I put the purple ones. I put the purple iron bush in the middle. And I like the way it turned out, actually. For some reason I had it in my head that I changed my plans during it. Just as you get to see, so I'm checking it out, zoom out. Do I like it? Do I like it? Yeah. Obviously, this is sped up to 500%, so you don't get to see the sort of... It might be a little bit dizzyfying when we're looking at it, but all while building it, I'm looking going, oh, I'm not sure what I think of that. I'm not sure what I think of this. Not sure. I don't know. I'll zoom out, look around. Yeah, okay. There's a couple of points where you'll see me zoom out, then zoom back in and look at it as if I think I'll do it here. Look at it as if I'm looking at it, trying to look at it from eye level. See what I think of it. Oh no, maybe you don't get to see me do it here. Maybe it was later that I did it. When did I do it? I know I may have already missed it. I keep nattering away, losing track of what's actually going on in the video. As you do. I'm sure I'll do it in a minute. Where is it? No, but yeah, so again, just going through it with lots of bushes to try and pretty up a little bit. Eventually I'll get some rocks. This is where I remember this bit. I zoomed out, I was like, nah, I don't like that. So I did it this way. I thought, well, maybe if I just put them here and there and everywhere, it'll look a bit better. Sort of put that around it, zoomed out. I kind of like it, and then I sort of went, well, I need to get rid of the red bushes, and then I went, oh no, I don't really like that, get rid of it. So I just went around the edge. I forgot to fill in underneath those trees. So I'll do it in either the next episode or the episode after. Like I said, the next episode is kind of recorded already. And I'm in the middle of... Well, it's part recorded. I'm halfway through it because I had to stop for some reason. I can't even remember why. I'm building, so we'll wait and see. I noticed that there were a couple of other bits and pieces that I'd already missed out, so I've already done them. But yeah, so in a minute you get to see me play with all the rocks as well. After I've gone through and doubled all the bushes up again. I'm quite chuffed. I'm happy with how this turned out in general, actually. Yeah, I think there's one or two bits that I wasn't so keen on, but I can't remember what they were. So yeah, so again, this is about 3 different recordings, so that's why you might keep seeing me change the lighting to, because I've obviously shut the program down or turned it off for whatever reason. I don't know. I know there was a point where I went out to find a job, and then there was another point where I stopped it because I had to talk to someone, or I had to see a man about a monkey or something. So it was something like that. So again, zooming out, looking at it, going, oh, do I like it? Do I like it? Do I like it? Yeah, all right. Yeah, yeah, I like that. So I'm just carrying on now. Tum 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 tum. Just looking away again, just planting loads of stuff. I had to change the height of it because of the terrain shapes. I quite like watching it when I do it like that, because all I'm doing is I'm just pressing one or two buttons to move the screen and just clicking along. When I'm doing it, it takes forever, and then watching it on this, it just looks so quick. It's amazing. Then I started messing around with the rocks. I quite like how it turned out. You'll see me doing it in a moment. I put loads of rocks around the entrance, and it came out quite cool. This is as far back as it'd let me go, really. So here you go. So I quite liked how this all came out in the end. Sort of filled it in around there, and then I had trouble getting the camera to where I needed it to be. But yeah, you know, stuck with it, kept at it. So there was a couple of points where it was like, don't know. But yeah, I've done that trick a few times in a couple of different parks that I've made. Obviously, this is the first time I've recorded. This is the first time I've recorded me making anything. Well, it's the first time I've recorded anything on this game, or in general. But you can probably tell that from the shitty audio. Because I have no idea what to say. This is really difficult. I mean, like, what do I talk about? Oh, well, I'll talk about the game. Oh, well, what do I talk about with the game? Oh, well, I'll talk about what I'm about to do. This makes no sense. Absolutely no sense to what I'm doing. But it's been about half an hour and I haven't shut up yet. So, you know, that's always a good start. But, so yeah, just carrying on with that. So, yeah, I like it. It's just weird. So yeah, maybe. So I've made one park already. Well, I started making one park already. I've made a couple of roller coasters. I made a log flume on it. I might actually do a video of the log flume. I'm really chuffed with it. I really liked how it came out. Yeah, I'm doing a video of the log flume. You'll be lucky in that I won't talk through it. I'll just do a video of the log flume, and you can just sort of watch it go through all the different scenery and stuff. I like the guards. I've put guards all over this thing. With the walking guards, there's 2 along those bits there and there. Another 2 there, another 2 there. Eventually, towards the end, I'll go around and put some lights in. I've put loads of guards on duty around here. There's a couple on the doors as well behind here. Am I about to do them? Yep, just about to do them. I also put some guards on the 2 sections on the inside that are on the left and the right of the entrance sections. I'll answer that later. I'll bring it back later. It's not very important. But yeah, so I put some guards on the entrance sections. I'm not sure if I've already done that or not. So yeah. But anyway, if we carry on. Tum-ti-tum-ti-tum. See, so I hadn't forgotten to do both sides. What it was I did one side and thought, oh, I'll just do one side, and then I got bored. I know watching it might not be that fun, but doing it is like, oh, it takes too long to do. It just takes so long to do it. It's just ridiculous. And you're just going along thinking, oh, what do I do now? And then you just, I've got to do something else. Oh no, I'll put some guards in. Bing, 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 bing. So yeah, so I'm not sure when it is that I started doing because I put some grass in between them. I remember when I got to this bit, I was there thinking, I'm sure I never had to go to a corner like this, and then I thought, oh yeah, it had that big slope on it. I was quite chuffed with how this bit turned out. I quite like how the purple bush things are right next to the brick, the rocks like that. I was quite happy with that. So yeah. Oh dear. So again, zooming back out. I've already done that side. Zooming back out to have a look. Go, yeah, I quite like that. I'm quite happy with that. That's the bit that I forgot to do on the other side. This bit here. So I might go do that in a minute. But yeah, so now you just get to watch me do the exact same that I did on the other side. Bing, 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 bing. All the way through. So yeah. There must be an easier and a quicker way to do this. If you've got any helpful hints or suggestions, please let me know in the comments. Um, I have not. Yeah, just let me know if you've got anybody that's really good. That I mean, like this isn't a fantastic build. It's not like some other people, but I've only just been playing, and you know, I like how it turned out. It might not be as good as other people's, but it's by far not the worst. I'm not sure what I think of having it all like that. I still can't decide. And then I realised I still had to do this bit. Oh dear. So again, I'm just stuck with the same pattern routine. Yellow on the outside, purple in the middle. Or was it red? Oh no, it was red. Oh, okay, no, my mistake. I thought I'd done it differently. I'm sure I used purple. Maybe I used purple for the very inside bit. No, I just used green. Okay, my bad. Thought I'd done it differently. Fair enough. But yeah, again, just sort of messing around with it, having a look around, see what I like. Bing, 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 bing. I do like having the guards in front of the towers like that, and that's where I noticed. Look at all the people. There isn't any. If you look at the bottom left, at the bottom middle, where there's the amount of people in the park, there's no one in the park. But there's so many people just walking in and out. It makes no sense to me. So I thought I'd mess around with the terrain a little bit. I don't know if it made a lot of difference or not. I should have noticed it then that I hadn't done there. I thought, oh, that looks a bit bland. I better put some trees, some bushes into the mix along here to see what that comes out like as well. And again, I like how it turned out. I used the Kyosi bushes, or whatever they're called, bush number 3, to make it look sort of like there was a bit in there. And then I sort of thought, oh no, I can use them as well. I figured out that if you press and hold the shift button, you can adjust the height of it, but the minute you let go of the shift button, it'll stop adjusting it to whatever height you're at. So I moved that out of the way, little Easter egg for someone. Don't know. Thought, this bit's like a little bit of a killing zone, I guess, so I better change it to not grass. I'll still not put the people on top of the... I will find out in a minute. So I started messing around with the bunting. I was looking at it, thinking, and then I realised, yeah, if I do it this way, they'll all be the same height. So I looked at them, and the other two were about the same height, and that one was just miles off. I thought, oh no, I've got to change that one then. There is a point somewhere where I put in the red coats on the two shorter oval bits. This point I was just trying to fill it out a little bit, make it look less bland. I thought, oh, what about scaffolding on the sides? And nah, decided against that very quickly. I like how this turned out. Originally I was looking for a flag, because I didn't know where they were kept. This turned out nothing like what I hoped as well. I wanted it to be like just a pile of barrels, and I just didn't like it in the end, so I ended up deleting it all and looking at it going, deciding what I did and didn't want. I decided on that in the end. I was originally going to have a flag there, but I couldn't find the flags. I've now found them and I've put them on. I've put flags everywhere in places to make it look, this is when I did that bit. And I realised that I'd put it all in the wrong way, so I swapped all of that around. Put another couple of red guard coat people there. Swap them around, moving them around. Put in a nice little walking guard as well. Took a moment or two to decide what way I wanted him to walk, and that's what I decided on eventually. I had been looking at the the man firing, but I just couldn't decide where I wanted to put him. So then I started messing around with this again. There's a point here I delete all the walls, and then I end up putting it all back. I think I was messing around with ladders and all sorts at this point to try and figure out what I liked, but I just couldn't find anything. Just didn't seem to want to play ball. I'm not sure why I decided to do it that way. Oh, that's right, because of the gap. So I think I just did it the way that they do it on the way that I did it earlier on the back of everything. So yeah, so I thought about making custom staircases. There's a point where I actually have a good look at something. I think it was this point, and then I decided no, that's too wide. Then I found them and thought, that could be quite good, but I just decided against it. Thought I'd use a ladder. Looked at it for a bit, and went, no, it looks funny. It doesn't look right. So I got rid of it. And then this is the bit where I think I just go, oh, Control Z, brrr, done. And just left it like that, I think. Oh, no, I didn't copy the door. I thought I might have copied the door as well. Decided against the standing guards and put in the walking guard instead. Still looking at all the people. Now you get to watch me put in all the lights. So, yeah, again, I was looking around at it going, oh, what do I want? And then I finally made my decision, and I was looking at it going, oh. What I should have done was rotate them. Oh well, too late now. So yeah, I settled on them. I did try to use other lights as well. I just couldn't seem to find anything that I liked. I liked how they turned out there like that, with the lamps behind the guards as well. Ended up just putting lights absolutely everywhere. There are a couple of lanterns in the trees that I quite like as well. You'll get to see me do those later. So generally quite happy with how... I'm just happy. I'm happy with it in general. I'm going to stop saying that because I keep telling you that I'm happy with it. Strangely enough, I'm happy with what I've made. Otherwise, I wouldn't be posting it. But, you know. So this is where I start. I was quite chuffed with how I ended up getting these to work as well. Just like that. And just putting loads of lights everywhere. Lights down there. Lights in the little gaps there. That I originally hated those. But they turned out to work in my favour anyway. And then I'd forgotten where I'd put on all the lamps. So I had to go and have a look. As you do. So yeah. And then I'd forgotten that I'd done that bit differently. So I did that bit differently because I thought I'd done it a different way. Went over, had a look. Oh, that's not right. So, but yeah. This is where I was trying to find a way to light up the bushes, but I couldn't find a way to do it that I liked. So I thought, oh no, I'll just put the lights in the trees. I can sort of move them around a little bit, hide them out of the way. I think I may have put lamps in the trees on the edges. I know I did on this side. I was trying to get it to look like the lamp was in the branch at one point, but I soon gave up with that. As you do. As you do, or as I do anyway. Looks like I may have forgotten to do the others though. Yeah. Looks like I might have forgotten to do the other trees. But, you know, never mind. Never mind, I'll just have to go back and do it. And now we get to have a little bit of a walkthrough. Right guys, we're coming to the end of the video now. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you later. Goodbye.